season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Chambers. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Breaks into the open. Spinderella. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Crump got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the run, it's Cabrera. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's looking deep. Pulls it in on the left. Running free. Touchdown, Gator. Once he got a step in,
this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Got room to work. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Back to throw, it's Chambers. Right on the money. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Finding an escape route. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Back has it. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Got it in the middle, it's Madison. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Solid pick up of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Terrapins are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Terrapins! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose deep. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll be content with the field position. 30-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Slithers into space. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back has it. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Maryland!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Looking downfield on first down. A strike downfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Just keeps slinging it. Got his man on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 13. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Chambers. It's on target and complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Creates a little room. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Terrapins want to move quickly. To the air. It's Chambers. Zings it complete to the right.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Finds us back in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Got enough space. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Snap to the back. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion makes it a 2-possession game and a 9-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They punt it away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch, and outside the 20. So they come to the line. Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Creates a little space. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Back has it.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Chambers. He fires to the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes go to work. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more on the ground at the 20. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Chambers. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away.
And that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Finding open areas. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the wildcat.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
To the air, it's Chambers. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete. And I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Find some fresh air. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. With the run on first and goal. Going airborne.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. And some room to work. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He's going for the goal line, and they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Maryland! And the route is on. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way. run if they want to take their time here. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get. Let the running back figure it out.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line. Caught near the sticks. It's Madison. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo. Dropping back, it's Chambers. Caught over the middle, it's Madison. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They already have a comfortable lead up by... possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Play the analytics here and you go for 2. Direct snap. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of